Welcome back to Grand Strand today, friends. It's time for another Wealthy Wednesday. I'm so excited to be joined by Carolina Wealth Advisors here in the studio. Rad joins me on the couch. Rad, a huge topic right now is taxes. Is there a way we can lessen our tax burden for 2024?
Yeah, now that we're in 2025, there are some options. You have IRA potential contributions that you can make, and the deadline is the due date, April due date of the tax return. You've got HSA accounts if you've had a high deductible insurance plan that allows for HSA accounts. You can create one and then make a contribution for that, and that would lower your tax liability for the tax year 2024.
And if you have an opportunity like that, let's say you do have a health savings account, how do you know how much to add to that to make a difference?
Once you set up the account, you've got the variable amounts. Like if you're married filing joint, you've got a higher number than you do if you're single, and they keep you in the constraints of how much you can actually put in. But one of the things you have to look at is your effective rate. Do you really necessarily need the tax savings today? Whether you're making an IRA contribution or an HSA contribution, and then balance out, does it make sense this year, or maybe it's something that you defer into years in the future?
Some people may feel like they miss out on deductions or making a difference when it comes to their taxes and how much they're paying. How can you help us with that?
It's really something that you have to look at all throughout the year. It's not something that you just look at once a year, and unfortunately most of us, we all do that. But there are certain things that you can do to change your taxable income, asset locations with investments. You can put investments in this account versus that account. And all of those things at the end of the year add up to a potential savings. And our goal is to lower what your eventual tax liability is going to be as much as possible.
We talk about this a lot. You can read things online, you can try to do your own research, but the importance of having folks on your side that have gone through professional school, you have the right accolades to really help with that. What type of a difference does it make to work with a team that has the knowledge?
It's a huge difference because, as we know, the tax code constantly changes, right? There's something new that seems like it's coming out every year. And it's hard to keep up with it. Some people can, but keeping up with that on top of everything else they're doing, it makes sense to have a tax professional, whether it be a CPA or an enrolled agent. There's some qualifications behind that and some experience, and they can help you with your tax, whatever your tax questions are, your tax complications are. And then outside of that, making sure that you're not just siloing on your tax return, you're also making sure that you tether in your investment accounts and other things, maybe your overall estate plan, because everything you do affects all of those areas.
You made a good point. A lot of us don't think about our taxes until it comes time to do that. So if now you have done those taxes for 2024 and you think, my goodness, I really need to shape things up this next year, what's a good starting point for that?
A good starting point for that is kind of sitting down with your accountant, maybe not right during tax season because they probably don't have time to sit down and give you the time necessary, but sitting down with them and saying, what can I do different? And it depends on, some tax returns give you a list of things that you could have done. But it's sitting down ahead of time with your accountant. They just did your return. They can give you the proper advice on things you can tweak.
Thank you so much. Great information as we're right here in the midst of tax season. Before we go, Rad, please tell our friends at home how they can connect with y'all should they want more information.
They can find us on our website. It's www.carolinawa.com, and it'll give them an email. They can email us. It'll give them a phone number that they can contact us directly.
Thank you so much. Some great information. And again, you'll always want to stay tuned to Grand Strand today on your Wealthy Wednesdays. We've got some great topics to cover next time, and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Grand Strand today.